Well, it was some news that none of us were expecting. Of course, we've not got long till FIFA 23, but Thomas Tuchel has been sacked by the Chelsea board. They have gone ahead and relieved him of the duties. The new board, never been in football before, have let go of a man who won them the Champions League a little while back. So we're going to be trying to do the same as welcome people to what will be, of course, a short little save of the Chelsea road to the Champions League, road to glory, whatever you want to call it, post-Tuchel career mode here on FIFA 22. It will be our final one, and I am very, very excited about this. If you're new to the channel and you found us just at the end of FIFA 22, do not think to go by without subscribing and watching the other content. We've got a couple of videos that we're preparing for FIFA 23. I thought we wouldn't have another save till FIFA 23 came out, but here we are. It's a big occasion, one I could not pass upon. Didn't want to do Bournemouth. We've gone to the Blues. We've done these before. We're back at Stamford Bridge again as we dive in straight into this. As we've got all the messages you usually get. We've got the preseason tournament, Shanghai, Real Madrid, Athletic Club. We have important transfer information. We've got a youth academy report, which of course, big thing here at Chelsea. And we've got a good one, Charles Giles. I'm going to promote him straight away. We'll have our think about, I'd say 2 seasons, and the thing we want to do is win the Champions League. So we'll see how we can do towards that objective. As youth development, within 2 players have at least 1 player from the youth academy signed. We've done that with Charles Giles. We need to play him though. They want us to get 10 wins in the league. Within 2 seasons, sign 3 of the best players in the world, which only means over 82 overall. So that should be doable. Financial, in 2 seasons, increase the club's worth so we can spend money. Domestic, win-win. Champions League, win. Of course, we've got experience in doing that. Well, not me, should I say, but this team, as you can see, I haven't put the transfers through necessarily. Richarlison hasn't moved. The only team I have done the transfers for is yours truly. As the next thing we're going to do, after checking them things, is we're going to check the finances, not just the wages. We have 100 million to operate with, 700k wage budget. That is perfect, and we have, of course, already put the signings in, so we can make a very tasty team. You can see in goal we've got Edward Mendy, a back 5 of Reece James, Wesley Fofana, Thiago Silva, Koulibaly and Cucurella, Jorginho and Conor Gallagher with Mason Mount in front of them, Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang and Raheem Sterling as the front 2, of course. Not an out-and-out striker, Raheem. We've got on the bench, we've got Kai Havertz, we've got Denis Zakaria, who's now come into Chelsea on loan. We've got a big squad full of youth players. We've got Carney Chukwuemeka, who, by the way, went so far under the radar, it is unreal that they've actually got him in. Unbelievable, as they've got a youth keeper now, Solonye, bought from Chicago Fire, played him in our last save. We've got Trevor Chalobah here. We've got N'Golo Kante, uninjured N'Golo Kante, should I say. Malang Sarr, Loftus-Cheek, Hudson-Odoi's out on loan, which we are going to get to the loans and selling list rather shortly, and Christian Pulisic here, as we've got a very tasty squad, which I think can do definitely a lot of damage. As we've gone ahead and listed transfer and loan some players on the market. You can see Wadler has a bright future ahead of him, starting off with Real Madrid in this pre-season tournament. There's a lot of messages in from the players that, of course, have been put transfer listed and loan listed, and a lot that actually aren't speaking to me, which is good because it'll keep you guys in suspense. Because I can't wait for you guys to see this save up and running as we have Real Madrid to start us off with. Do we go with this team? Because I do think this looks like our starting 11. I'm a fan of Jorginho and Conor Gallagher despite the rating. But then we do have N'Golo Kante all the way down here. Zakaria, of course, brought in on loan, but he can't get ahead of N'Golo. He just can't. And Kovacic on that bench as well. Hakim Ziyech, I don't know if I'm going to be a fan of him going forward. Armando Broja is out on loan. But then again, we could get another striker through the door. We could be very, very greedy in terms of players. We are a big club, and we do have the money for it. As we're going to go straight into this one, see how we do in a simulation against Madrid. A 2-1 defeat. Valverde and Eden Hazard with the goal. Raheem Sterling just with 1 back. Slightly painful right there, as we've got offers in right here as well. Introductions as Atletico Madrid wanting Hakim Ziyech for 33.5 million. I am going to go ahead and accept that. Hakim Ziyech might be a surprise to you selling a player straight up like this, but he is not a player I truly have in mind to keep here and build a squad around or with. But then Jorginho is a player I don't want to lose, as he's got Angel Di Maria in the swap deal. I'm going to reject it. I want to keep him here, as I have gone ahead now and scouted a lot of players before we go into this next game against Bilbao, telling us about substitutes. I will change this squad up. I'm going to stick N'Golo Kante in there from the start. Why not? And Thiago Silva is a player who, of course, is probably going to struggle with fitness in this team. I do rate him as a player, but fitness is a thing you've got to consider. As Kai Havertz for Sterling. And I think we'll go with that. Sterling did, of course, score the goal, but we'll go without him and see if we can hold our own with the rest of the boys, as I do still love the idea of another striker. I cannot lie to you guys, as it's a 1-1 draw. And Iñaki Williams, Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, who's been overscoring in Spain already, not the best two results. So I'm not going to get overly concerned, but it does, of course, leave us probably crashing out of pre-season, as Lacazette's gone to Aston Villa. What a signing, as Hakim Ziyech has departed Chelsea Football Club. As we've got talk about international jobs, not too bothered at all if you ask me. I would rather focus on the games in front of us. It's talking about captaincy, a lot of scout reports back. That is good, but I'm going to wait for them all, as I'm going to put Thiago Silva straight back in that lineup, and I'm going to pair Conor Gallagher with Kante and Jorginho. This formation is nothing I'm really used to, but I am going to just do diligence with it so far, as we're going to swap Zakaria in there, see if he gets an appearance off the bench. We put Ben Chilwell instead. I mean, the best thing about this team is I've got a lot of options, and I don't necessarily have to focus on rating, because everyone will probably meet with ratings at some point or another, as a 2-1 win. At least we won in pre-season. Sterling and Mount with Lee Shil L. I don't know that full name, but a win's a win. Very happy with that, as we've got the Super Cup, of course. The Super Cup, and then we have the Premier League starting immediately after, so I do think we'll play maybe both. Why don't we just start off with the jam-packed episode, eh? I mean, we've already made a lot of signings, so I don't see myself making too many straight away. As will we find the talisman before this first game? Who knows, but we're going to get a bit closer, as we're getting scout reports back for more of them. And have we got any transfer offers or transfer requests into the club since? I mean, we have got a huge squad. How many pages of reserves have we got again? I usually like 3, and we have 1 extra. I think we need loan boys out. As here we have it. Here's one of the big offers that we're receiving. Manchester City wanting N'Golo Kante for 100+ million. Which, to be fair, if it wasn't City, I might have considered, because Chelsea have got to learn to play without N'Golo. They have done with him getting all the big injuries, but for now, he's not injured in this save, and I'll keep him here. I am definitely not selling him to a potential title rival. Of course, pressure on ourselves, because we've got to be up there trying to play for the title. That's what I want anyway, as Inter expressing interest in Kai Havertz. You know what? He's in my plans, but he's one of those in my plans that I think if we get money for, he could depart. So I'm going to delegate, and I think 95 is a good sum for Kai Havertz. If they pay 95, I'll be letting him go, as I think it is about time that we go ahead and buy our striker. No, not all of these. You can see I've been scouting a lot of them. There's some that are better than others, but the one I just feel like is the impact player that we need, and a good just player to have around the squad. He probably won't start, but he should take that rotational. Iñaki Williams. Look at the man's traits. He's, of course, got a massive contract at Bilbao. We'll have to try and buy him out of it. Solid player. He's a leader, speed dribbler, outside of the foot, team player, chip shot. He's everything you want in a striker for under 40 million. I'm definitely going to try and get this guy to be the backup, so hopefully it will go through. We will offer Lofter 30 million and maybe a sell-on clause with that of 3%. It's a bit cheeky, but will they accept that, please? They want Mateo Kovacic. They are wanting Mateo Kovacic in the deal. I'm not going to go ahead with that straight away. 32, creep up, and we have a deal. That was absolutely perfectly played. So now it's on to the contract for Iñaki, bringing the Spaniard to the Blues, as hopefully he can pan into this squad. Rotational, perfect, absolutely perfect length. As can we? No, not perfect length, but perfect role. Now we need 3 years, I'd say, and he accepts that one. Disregard a release clause. Can we get him on a good wage? Of course, he'll want a high one moving to Chelsea. 77, I would say, is a good round sum. Of course, getting a pay increase to, of course, sit on the bench. A big signing on bonus and a goal fee. If he scores 10 goals, he can have $1 million. I think that's very, very fair, as he sees it as reasonable. And Iñaki Williams is the first, well, technically not the first in real life, the first signing out of the Tuchel era. Of course, at the moment, I have Tuchel's talisman up front, who played 59 minutes for the main man who brought him to Chelsea in real life. He came to work with Tuchel, played 59 minutes in a game, and Tuchel has now been sacked. So, sorry, I found that a bit funny, but we're going to move Christian Pulisic down a little bit. And Iñaki Williams is there. Loftus-Cheek, I would like to get involved a little bit. I'll knock Hudson-Odoi a little bit back, so I think he will go out on loan, as I think that is a good team. As Kai Havertz's transfer has broke down, just skipped that past really quickly. As we're going to keep going, simulating up to this final, do we get any more offers in? A loan offer for Sam McClelland from Oxford, that's fine. Don't mind that at all, as Atletico de Madrid. 2-year loan for Callum Hudson-Odoi. Can we just make it a 1, please? Because I think that would be him out for the entirety of this save, and I don't really want that, you know. There's one from Bournemouth for Trevor Chalobah. To be fair, he's a player I don't think will play. A 1-year loan could have been a short term. Of course, I've got to consider injuries a little bit more, but we'll go with it. I've just remembered to send the youth scouts out, try and find another Charles Giles. It's going to keep on going. James Justin going to BVB. Decent signing, as we hopefully get Hudson-Odoi out for the year. That's a good agreement, as the same with Trevor Chalobah. Bayern Munich now here, after Jorginho again. We do not want to let the Italian go, as it looks like Trevor Chalobah's rejected the contract he has to go to Bournemouth on loan. That's a bit of shaming. We're not going to say anything by that, but I would have liked him to go out as the Super Cup. We've got Sam McClelland, another loan deal. Let's just delegate that straight away. And I've got to think about the team, because we do have the Premier League starting straight after this UEFA Cup final. So, Crystal Palace. I'm going to have to try and decide a squad. As I am thinking, this team, it's slightly rotated, so it does have the quality in to win the Super Cup. But then again, it has the ability to let us keep some of these players in, going into the Premier League, but then again keep some out. So the players missing out, we're going to keep Iñaki out, Jorginho is going to be kept out, Conor Gallagher and Malang Sarr missing completely. I'm going to move Chalobah up as well, he should be above Sarr in my books. And Callum Giles right there. Koulibaly benched, Chilwell benched, Kai Havertz. As we've got Kepa in between the sticks. Yep, Kepa. With Reece James, Azpilicueta, Silva, Fofana and Cucurella. So trying a different kind of defence right there. As N'Golo Kante starts the game with Kovacic at the side of him. Not two defensive midfielders. With Mason Mount in front. Aubameyang and Raheem Sterling have been the strike force, so they are going to stay as it. Not Kai Havertz or Christian Pulisic, as we're going to trust the left winger to play up front. Here we go. Villarreal. And let's have a look at this Villarreal side, shall we? It's Rulli in goal. We've got Pedraza, Torres, Foyth and Gaspar at the back. Now Watford player. They have Iheanacho, Parejo, Coquelin and Chukwueze, with Danjuma and Gerard Moreno. A flat pack 4-4-2. Is Sean Dyche in charge of Villarreal? Has Emery left? I don't know, but it'll be a challenge. Of course, one we have to be up for. It'll be a change using quick players, some good technical ones. No offence to the MLS players, of course, that we've used, but they do feel different in FIFA, playing, of course, MLS football compared to the Super Cup. As Kovacic, the ball looking for Marc Cucurella, with a chest down. Of course, used him in the Barcelona save this year. He's been one I've heavily been using, as Mason Mount has the ball. A little bit of an area to shoot with. Gives it to Kovacic. Bounces back to Mason Mount, who just puts it wide. Almost the dream start, as we need to win that header, Wesley Fofana. As he does. Juan Foyth to pass that straight through the middle into Danny Parejo. Now to come forward, straight to Danjuma. Coming across in this midfield, just trying to watch them. Now into Mario Gaspar. Danjuma again. Fofana to easily read that one, however, as he turns out. N'Golo Kante into Kovacic. Now onto Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. Steps away from one man. And he's going to keep on going. Is the... What's his nationality? Gambia? No, it's not. I don't know what it is. As he's still got the ball right here. He's going to have to go backwards into Reece James. Reece James around the corner into Kovacic. I'm really trying to focus here. Make a move of it. Very good ball retention at the start of this game. Cucurella. There's a man at the back post waiting. Kovacic. Poor shot. But my days, can we play some fast football? As Azpilicueta wins the header. Parejo tries to put it across the middle of the park. N'Golo Kante down to Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. He's caught in the tackle by Danny Parejo. Is this danger? No, I don't think so. I thought it might have been a red the way the referee were running, but it hasn't been, of course, as Mason Mount with the flick on into Mateo Kovacic. Space to try and release one. Put it wide again. He isn't the typical goal scorer from that range, is he? Or is he? I think he does score a couple like that, but only very rarely does Kovacic, as we're running away with the ball right here with, I'm pretty sure this is Mason Mount. Now gives it into N'Golo Kante. Looking for a bit of an option. He'll go back out wide into Wesley Fofana. Down the line. Not good. Definitely needed a better pass as Chukwueze through the middle. Gerard Moreno. Danjuma almost got a bit of a tackle in, but we have managed to come away with the ball. Kovacic running forward. They're very structured at the back, which is difficult to get past. I know Liverpool struggled in the Champions League at one point as Pau Torres with the easy interception. Danjuma forward straight away into Gerard Moreno. Chukwueze now back onto Moreno through that gap to Danjuma. Good tackle comes in. As I'm pretty sure it shouldn't be Villarreal we're playing in this game anyway. It should be Frankfurt. It definitely should be Frankfurt. They're the Europa League winners. Probably should have changed that as Mason Mount keeps the ball. Kovacic through the gap onto Aubameyang. Switch one out wide, but that's a very bad tackle from Juan Foyth. He could be going further than a yellow here. The yellow submarine player sees a red. Juan Foyth is off. IMO, definite red card. Iheanacho right there trying to, of course, protest as it's Mason Mount with a chance from the dead ball scenario. A set piece. How is he with these from this range? 26 yards. It's not bad for Mason Mount. I'm going to try and get a lot of power on it and a bit of dip if we can. Outside of the foot. Rather easy. But still, we'll keep fighting as Mario Gaspar beats us to a header. Coquelin tried to beat us to that one as well as Kovacic. He's dominating possession in this game. Always on the ball as Cucurella. We've only got 10 men to run at now as Raheem Sterling, not the best player for a header. Mason Mount to keep the ball here with a little flick on. Kovacic looking for an angle. And just dragging it again. Rather unlucky as Danny Parejo into Danjuma. Chukwueze finds the gap into Mario Gaspar, who we've not managed to tackle. Danjuma with the pass into Chukwueze. And down the throat of Kepa. They had a chance at the end of the half right there. But it is still 0-0 in the Super Cup. And Marc Cucurella with the ball right here. Straight into N'Golo Kante. We do have not a goal advantage, but definitely a man advantage now to try and get at this second half with. So let's get going before we make some subs. Mateo Kovacic around the corner into Reece James. Dips one in. Looking for Raheem Sterling there. We'll remember to turn his number from number 9 and give Aubameyang that cursed number as Danjuma tries to get away with the ball, but unfortunately can't for him as now Kante to run forward. N'Golo continuously getting forward as now Kovacic again. Not the best pass that time from him, but he gets it to Aubameyang. Aubameyang to give it down the line. I think he's just off his Mason Mount. Ball almost slipped through to him. I think Raheem Sterling's time is up. I'm going to try and get Christian Pulisic on. As Chukwueze, 10 men running forward here, tried to switch one, and Azpilicueta with a perfect touch. As still, danger is not averted, but Wesley Fofana does his best to get there as it was a perfectly timed one. Danny Parejo with the ball still, however, passes it into Francis Coquelin. Now onto Chukwueze again. Mario Gaspar. Coquelin, I need to get a tackle in, and Kante does. Very nicely. Sterling could actually get a goal here if he partners up with Aubameyang, who's offside. Not the greatest of timing as Chukwueze. Not read that one very well, have we? It's out wide into Mario Gaspar. Mario Gaspar trying to get past us, but Thiago Silva with the easy read as Chilwell to come forward. Here he is, Benjamin, now back inside to N'Golo. N'Golo forward again to Aubameyang. That's a pass straight into the path of Christian Pulisic. Off the bench, the American. And it's a brilliant save. Almost fell to Kai Havertz as well off the bench, as it does in the end. He's got the ball. He's gave it on to Pulisic again. And another save from Seb Roulé. There's Azpilicueta straight on to Thiago Silva here. And Kovacic. Not the greatest of passes. We actually haven't got on that one as well, as Paco Alcacer now on the field. Into Kelechi Iheanacho to run at them. A lot of ex-Leicester players on the field at the moment, as Pedraza, Kante with the read, he's one of them, as Aubameyang to come forward here. Needs to pass it inside, but unfortunately doesn't. Straight onto Alcacer, now Chukwueze. Got a bit of a clip on him, Kante getting there, but the free kick will be given with 5 minutes to go. How good are they striking the ball? Gerard Moreno against Kepa in the goal. And the running wall as Lo Celso with it. Easy save. Too difficult for us as Chukwueze into Capoue. Now to run forward again as he has to put one out wide. Reece James tried to come across. Iheanacho back into Capoue. Now into Lo Celso. Alcacer. Thiago Silva with a read. As we've not got long left. And that's in fact the end of the 90. Extra time. And penalties. Eludes. What a first game this is, eh? I'm kind of regretting not bringing Iñaki Williams now. The injection of pace could have worked the world of good, but of course save him for the Prem. Not bring him, of course, over to wherever the Super Cup's being played, as we'll put that through the middle. Straight onto Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, but that was a terrible pass from him. Need to come across as Aspi. Just try and push them back. Pedraza, ex-Leeds United player there, as Pau Torres has caught out. Can we get there with Pulisic? We almost did. Not the best of tackles, goes into the book. Unlucky from Pulisic, as now Alcacer heads it back into Etienne Capoue. Sami Chukwueze running forward. The ball out to Kelechi. Got to be careful in the box, just read it. Reece James doesn't really get a tackle on Pedraza. He's still got the ball. Please get a tackle in Azpilicueta. Alcacer! Kepa Arrizabalaga with an amazing save right there. A diving one. Unai Emery's team is decent, and we've made a decent save as the ball's whipped in. Thiago Silva with a very demanding header away, straight onto Christian Pulisic, who only really can run himself with this ball right here, trying to skip away, and does. Brilliant footwork from the American. Is going to keep on going. Ball rolls inside, onto Loftus-Cheek now on the field, into the path of Kai Havertz, and that's the best chance of the game. Roulé with another save, but we really should have scored that one. Corner ball. Kai Havertz. Aubameyang's in the middle, but Pau Torres with it away. Straight onto Azpilicueta. Pass out to Ruben Loftus-Cheek. He's going to look for a bit of an angle with a curl. Not great. End of the first half. Just unlucky as Thiago Silva. Straight away into N'Golo Kante. Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang goes out wide into Reece James. We'll just try and get going, shall we? Aubameyang. If we could get one in extra time and avoid penalties, that would be very nice. Havertz looking for an angle. And Kai Havertz scoring in the second half of extra time. He's the beautiful curler from the German. Of course, we were open to selling this guy. He started on the bench. But Kai Havertz has us 1-0 up in the Super Cup. And what a goal it is. The first goal of the Chelsea save. Scored by Kai Havertz, a player who I did sign last time I did a Chelsea save. And it's over the top of the keeper. Poor goalkeeping. But we lead 1-0. Very, very expertly done as Loftus-Cheek with the control. Kai Havertz into N'Golo. Oh, just a bit overrun. Kante as Alcacer gives it to the side of him. Just coming across. Di Lorenzo manages to keep that in. Straight onto the man right there. Chukwueze. Di Lorenzo again. Coming across. Not got the tackle in, but they've still got the ball. Di Lorenzo into Giovanni Lo Celso. Just keep pushing them back. I'll definitely take this as the ball out to Chukwueze again. Looking for a bit of an angle. He does find that angle backwards though. Lo Celso. Capoue. And Kepa slapped that one away. Big chance there for Villarreal that was building up. So need to relieve it. We've got Kalidou Koulibaly on the bench, who of course we could put on for a bit of strength near the end here as we've missed that sliding challenge. Azpilicueta does get the ball, however, and N'Golo Kante into the side of him, but there is the whistle. We have won the Super Cup, the first trophy in the bag. Didn't win pre-season, doesn't matter. We've won the big one. The hardest trophies to qualify for. N'Golo Kante walking up to the trophy. It will be Thiago Silva, I believe, to lift this. Yep, sorry Azpilicueta, you're in there. You're amongst the celebrations at least. As here he is, the Brazilian. Hopefully not one of his last trophies he'll be lifting in this career. As we have it. Trophy number 1 in the bag. Episode number 1. It is ours. UEFA Super Cup. And straight after that game, people admired Kovacic. It was brilliant in the last save I did. As Clement Lenglet, of course a Tottenham player in real life, plus 10 million is very, very undermining and undervaluating Mateo Kovacic. That will be instantly rejected. As Raheem Sterling saying, he'll play as a striker for the plans. Don't mind that. As we've got to get instantly sorted for Crystal Palace. As I did, before you guys are asking, and I didn't mention it, Villarreal want Trevor Chalobah. That's a good one after playing them. I'll accept that. Very nice. I did change the clubs from the promoted ones. So we have Nottingham Forest. We have Bournemouth and Fulham. So we have a bit of a Fulham derby to go, of course, in this save. As Crystal Palace, that's another London derby. We've got some tired faces in this squad. Reece James, one of them. Never really thought about that. And can Loftus-Cheek play there? Not really, but he did play there in real life, I can't forget. Thomas Tuchel did put him in the plans there. Can we move him forward a little bit? We can. If we move these forward, I think I'm going to set this team up to, I think, will be a winning one. We've got to move Chilwell a little bit back, though. He can't play that far up. I need to get this team fully fit. I think Kalidou Koulibaly can get thrown straight in. Edouard Mendy can go in. Kai Havertz can go in. Sorry, Mason Mount, but he had a really, really good game. As well as Pulisic. He had a good game. But then again, 2 wingers up front doesn't really fit the bill. I'm not going to go with that. As Reece James, I can't really drop altogether as well. I'm going to drop Kukureya. And I'm going to bring in Iñaki Williams onto the bench. I think that's what I might go with. Jorginho staying out because Kovacic were good. Loftus-Cheek and Chilwell, the wing-backs. Koulibaly's in, Mendy's in. I'm going to actually swap them positionally around. Sterling, Aubameyang, still the strike force. And Iñaki on that bench. Zakaria, actually I'm going to replace with Conor Gallagher. I want to go with Conor Gallagher a bit more. As there's a team for Crystal Palace. And we're going to play it. Let's have a look at this team that we're going to be against. Crystal Palace that travel to the bridge. Guaita, Dubois, Anderson, Gehi and Mitchell. MacArthur, Milivojevic starts with Eberechi Eze, Ayew, Odsonne Edouard and Wilfred Zaha. Good Palace team, and I have missed these Prem graphics. Home sweet home. I think we'll have a save next year with the Prem graphics again early on, and I cannot wait for that one. Just 2 more weeks till the big 23 as Kai Havertz with the ball in the middle of the park onto Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. We need this option right here. Loftus-Cheek, of course, you're right midfielder, not a wing-back. You can go forward. You have some good cover back there as Odsonne Edouard with a switch of play. It's Loftus-Cheek coming across. Let's see if he can impress. He wasn't in my plans at all, this guy. But he's made a good tackle far forward. He's got Aubameyang and Sterling in front of him. Opts for Raheem. Flick on to Kai Havertz. We'll just try and keep this ball. Go backwards a bit. N'Golo Kante with the step away. Now out wide to Chilwell. Dipping one in. Aubameyang was there. Very good defending Tyreek Mitchell. Very, very good as Kai Havertz with it again though. And Mateo Kovacic has the ball here. Drops it off. Loftus-Cheek. That's a brilliant ball. But Anderson, another good defender. How he winded Darwin Núñez up. I mean, I kind of respect it. I'm a big fan of defenders as they're running at ours right now and have got round us slightly. We need to try and get back and block this if we can. Wesley Fofana. Brilliant. Just got to keep going though as Ayew. Fofana have just made a good block and I think he's given a penalty away. Wesley Fofana with the handball. Crystal Palace with the chance to take the lead at the bridge from the penalty spot. It's Wilfred Zaha against Edouard Mendy in front of the Palace fans. He's tried to chip it and Edouard Mendy's dived straight on it. Oh my days, why would you try that? I mean, Wilfred Zaha, he is a flair kind of player, but that is a big risk to try in the first game of the season, as I'm definitely going to take him missing that, but still they're coming forward. Odsonne Edouard, pressure, he's chipped Mendy this time, and it's worked out for Edouard, as it is 1-0 to Palace at Chelsea right here. A brilliant goal, Odsonne Edouard. We are behind at the bridge. Not how I imagined the first game of the Premier League season going. We just had to rush out, we had to narrow the angle, and he has chipped us in the goal. Oh dear, oh dear. Now that is not the start we expected. We've got to watch out for these new owners. They'll be straight on us if we carry on this way. We know what they did to poor Tommy T. As now Kai Havertz into Raheem Sterling going forward. Pass into Mateo Kovacic. Have we got Loftus-Cheek? We do. Have we got Aubameyang or anyone in the middle? This should fall to Kai Havertz and does. Aubameyang chests it down, goes for the whack. Was hoping that might have caught an arm of one of their players. We should win this header for Fofana. We do. Straight back to him. Do not want to be in a chasing race in this Premier League season. We want to be up there from the start as Aubameyang on the turn into Kai Havertz. He's got Aubameyang at the side of him again, gets the ball back, and there we go. I mean, it's only the leveller, but it's the first goal in Chelsea colours for the number 9, Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, and it's a good little passing move. Normal business, hopefully resumed. A good finish past Guaita. All square immediately. Nothing to panic about. Very nicely done. Nothing to panic about at all, I guess. But they do have the ball coming forward. MacArthur through that gap onto Edouard. And we're chasing them a little bit. 10 minutes to go till half time. And to be fair, I think I'd take the whistle as Edouard Mendy coming very far out. But luckily did get it as N'Golo Kante with time on the ball. Straight into PEA. As he's gave it to the side of him into Loftus-Cheek. Back into Aubameyang here. Bit of an option forward. He was reading that challenge perfectly and he's won as a free kick. As is this a dangerous foul, you know? MacArthur, the captain, could be in a bit of danger. Yellow card, okay. Okay, not fully dangerous. As it's Raheem Sterling standing over this free kick. No Mason Mount in the lineup. I might give it Aubameyang because he can hit a ball, of course, can Pierre-Emerick. As I'm going to aim for that top bin a little bit. Aubameyang over the wall. And just on top of the goal. Unlucky, unlucky. As now Edouard with a shot from range. Mendy with a save. Edouard Mendy just to hold on to that one. And he's going to give it into the side into Wesley Fofana. That's a sloppy pass though. Looking for Kante as MacArthur now into Ayew. Through the gap. Edouard! And Edouard with the save from Edouard's shot. What are we doing letting him have the gap like that at the end of the first half? Not great from us, especially in front of their fans. We need to keep it steady. Headed away, MacArthur, it's still near our box. It's in our box. It's in the back of the net, but I'm pretty sure it's offside. I'm pretty sure that's why the whistle went. I hope anyway, as at half-time, 1 apiece. Edouard with the goal in the 20th, and Aubameyang in the 30th. It's good how we score straight away as a reply, but we don't score an actual normal goal to get us in front, just waiting on that moment. There's a couple of players getting tired who have played in the Super Cup, including Aubameyang himself, as Kai Havertz finds a ball there into Chilwell, dipping one over, looking for Sterling, it'll fall to Aubameyang at the back post. 2-1 straight away in this second half, as he was just holding off, and there he was to lurk on it. Pierre-Emerick, a beautiful finish. It's over Sterling, it's took away from Anderson. But then Aubameyang keeps himself on side, and that is the striker, the poacher. He wanted to work with Tuchel, he's working with Wadler, and he is scoring for him. Brilliant little finish as Kovacic now on the ball straight away. Into Loftus-Cheek. We have got to keep going, of course. Pass backwards into Kalidou Koulibaly. Now into Aubameyang. N'Golo Kante. Has Kai Havertz in front of him and has Ben Chilwell again. Can this be a repeat? He's on a hat-trick, of course. He gets there with the header and he has won a handball from it. Matt Gehi, the ex-Chelsea man, has actually handled it. Oh no, it's Tyree Mitchell actually. Yeah, of course, it was at the back post. It's come off the head of Mitchell. It's not a handball. In my opinion, that's not a handball, but we'll take it anyway. It's Kai Havertz against Guaita. Kai Havertz to get his second goal of this season, off the post and in. We are flying now at the bridge from 1-0 down to 3-1 up. A brilliant little finish, that one, off the post and in. Can you ask for any better? We'll warm Iñaki Williams up and we'll put him on for Aubameyang. Sorry you're not getting the hat-trick. You're getting the rest, as I think the game must be wrapped up. It's a brilliant display from us so far. Brilliant. As Kai Havertz on the ball, he's got Sterling in front of him. And he's also got Ben Chilwell on the outside who can whip another ball in. He's having a really good game, is Chilwell. As that's took away from Kovacic. Unlucky right there as Kante into Kai Havertz. Sterling making the run forward. He's still got loads of energy as Raheem Sterling. As he's going to cut inside. Will he get his first Chelsea goal? Weaving and moving around as it falls at the back post. to Ruben Loftus-Cheek to get one against his former club. He's going to do a bit of a celebration against them, but of course nothing too extravagant, not showboating in front of their fans, respectable. And 4-1's a respectable scoreline for us in this first game. It's just a tap-in, of course, created by Sterling. This second half has just been a spectacle for the fans. Our only player really actually trying for them, it seems, is Tyreek Mitchell, as Kovacic weaving around, but unfortunately not getting through right there, as they've still got the ball. It's been dominant possession-wise as well. We have just been the better team. Nothing more can be said about it, as here's Kai Havertz, and Iñaki Williams is at the back post. He's got a free strike, and what a save. Guaita tries to get the header again. Saved by the countryman. There's a free kick to be whipped in right here. Wilfred Zaha. Chilwell with the header away. Dubois to take it down. Into Tyreek Mitchell. It's round the corner. Ebretse Eze. Mitchell. Still got the ball, you know. Still ticking around with it. Kiyate. Check Kiyate through the middle. Straight onto MacArthur. Brilliant save, Mendy. To be fair, there's still the chances, but of course we deserve to win this game, as they're making another change right there at Palace. Zaha being brought off for Jeffrey Schlupp. Won't be everyone's cup of tea, that change. Ebretse Eze can't keep that. Conor Gallagher with a good tackle. Straight into Iñaki Williams, and Loftus-Cheek chips that forward for Sterling to try and run onto us. He gets there, does Raheem. Brilliant work from the England international. In the box to Iñaki Williams. That's the 5-star display wrapped up. And the new man with his first goal on his debut. We'll celebrate with Sterling for that cross. Game done. 5-1. Brilliant cross. Honestly, got himself into the box. Sterling with the work. Loftus-Cheek in the build-up. This has been a superb second half. And Tyreek Mitchell with the throw-in into Mark Guehi, who jogs past us right there. Conor Gallagher heads it down towards Ayew and Mateta, as that's the whistle. It's 5-1. It is 1. It's a brilliant, brilliant display right here against Crystal Palace. And we are victorious. Blue is the colour. Football's the game. Domination, and yep, as I expected, not to be gloating, but it does put us top of the league. Then 5 goals does us the world of justice. Man United not getting all 3 points. Man City and Spurs yet to play. Crystal Palace go to bottom of the league, understandably so, as we're still in transfer time, but we've played 2 games today. We've got 1 transfer over the line. Arsenal and Liverpool next, both away. That is difficult, as we have got the Champions League group that's in real life. AC Milan, Dynamo Zagreb and Salzburg. I've replicated that in the save, as we're not going to replicate any more real life signings. The window's shut, but it's still open here. So thank you guys for watching this first episode. Of course, if you're a fan, don't forget to like, comment, share and subscribe with the notification bell on as well. But specifically, leave a comment, or subscribe of course, but leave a comment of any signings you want me to make. This is going to be a quick save before FIFA 23. We'll sign anyone you guys want me to, if of course it's a popular option, and we'll get going in this Chelsea save, the quest to win the Champions League. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you all in a bit. Take care, in a bit, and peace.